You are welcome to Operation 4.0 GPA online tutorials. With the pandemic that students are being enrolled on online platforms, we are to get ourselves abreast with using apps, educational apps. So today I want us to do an Excel work. You may not have a laptop, but you can use your phone to do all that your laptop will do. So I have this Android phone here. I'm going to show you how to do all the assignments and all the quizzes and the project works that our lecturers will give us to do. So I have Excel data here. To get this Excel data that I'm going to use with the video you are watching now, at the description there is a link there. You can follow the link. There's the Excel work there and then PDF attached to it. The PDF is the instructions for you to do the Excel work there. So you go for the Excel work, you open it. Mine is here. You open it. So as you open, you will not see this highlight that I have done. I did this highlight so that this video will be short. So basically this is what you're going to see. You have the years and their amounts here. You have the items also here, and then this one. So the items highlighted are just key to help us know which items fall under each of the sectors. I've highlighted agri GDP as green, industry as blue, and services as gold. So when you go to the items section, you see the community, social, and personal service activities falls under the services, construction falls under the industry. Personal consumption expenditure has not been highlighted because it doesn't fall under any of this category. It's actually used when calculating using another approach of calculating GDP, using the expenditure approach. Okay, so crops also falls under agriculture, education, services. So you can pause the video here to copy the variables to indicate it on your data that you are having to know where each variable falls. Okay, so then question 1 the PDF says that compute agricultural GDP from 2008 to 2012, compute the industrial GDP, services GDP. So in Excel, anytime you're going to perform any action with formula, you need equal to sign. So we select the cell that we are going to perform the action in it, which I have selected here. You tap in it and you have this edit. You can use edit. You can look at the top also. There's FX, and in the space there you tap in there and you are giving your keyboard to tap in. So we go for our equal to sign, then sum. As we are spelling it, you can see a lot of formulas popping up. So open brackets, then you go and select the variable. Since we are doing agriculture and I've highlighted it as green, so I select all the ones there, comma, you put comma there, then you select the next one, comma, you select, comma, you select. So I think this is the last one. When you select the last one, use the enter key. Enter key is the arrow-like key on your keyboard. So that is it for agricultural GDP. We go for the industrial GDP. So also the same procedure, equal to sum, you open brackets, equal to sum, you open brackets, then you go for the items and select all the industrial variables. You select one, comma, you select each and every one of the items. Okay, comma, then I think this is the last one. You select enter. So that is the amount. The last one being services, equal to sum, open brackets, and you go up to select all the services variables. You select comma, you select. So imagine I've selected this comma. The next one I'm going to submit, I will make a mistake and select, say, industrial. I can, since I've selected the wrong one, I will not put the comma there. I will just select the correct one that I want, then put comma, select the next one. So until I put a comma, it will not actually select it for me. Go for the next one as well. So I'll be selecting all the services sector. This is the last one. Yeah, so enter. So that is it. So the values here, agricultural GDP is 8,875 million. Everything is in millions of cedis. So it actually means that this is 8,875 million. Okay, so to do it for 2009, 2010 to 2012, you just select this ones here, you copy, and then you highlight where you are going to fill them with up to 2012, which is here. Okay, then paste. Wow, looks like magic. Just paste and it does everything for you. Okay, because I didn't use the enter key, that is why it was going round still. So you just tap anywhere and it goes up. Now question 2 says that we have to calculate GDP at market price and at factor cost. So what we just did now is the subsector under the whole economy: agricultural sector, industrial sector, services sector. They are all under the GDP for the whole economy. So we are going to calculate for the whole economy. That is summing up all these agricultural, industrial, and services GDP that we have done. They are in market prices because GDP is the market value of all final goods and services produced in an economy in a given year. So we use the same equal to, and then sum, we open bracket, and we tap on these three variables that sums up to make that makes up the GDP. Okay, so this is our total GDP for the whole economy. To convert GDP at market price to factor cost, we add subsidies and subtract indirect taxes. So we go to your data, you can see net indirect tax here. Net indirect tax means that the addition of subsidies and the subtraction of indirect taxes have already been done. So when you see net there, you just add it to it. Okay, so we go for the same equal to, then you select the GDP at market prices, then plus the net indirect tax, you go for it here. So that's the net indirect tax. Is your enter, and you've gotten the whole thing. So this for 2008, you get it for the whole years. You copy it, then you highlight where you're going to fill it with. Okay, so we fill up to 2012 and then paste. So that is it. Looks like magic. Wow. Okay, so that's it for question 1 and question 2. It's as simple as that. So don't forget to share this for your friends to also enjoy, and also subscribe and like this video. You can give us comments by scrolling down to the last end and give us comments on this video. Then now question 3 asks us to calculate for the share of agricultural GDP from 2008-2009, share of industry, share of services. Okay, so it means that the whole GDP that we have in the economy, what is the share of agriculture in it? The share of industry in the GDP that we are having. So with this, you take the total of agricultural GDP over the gross domestic product at market price, the one for the whole economy. So you perform the same thing, edit, or you tap the FX there to get your equal to sign. You select aggregate GDP over, which is slash the total GDP at market prices, times is the asterisk sign, times 100. Enter. So it gives us 30.96%. So 30.96% is for agriculture, the share of agriculture in GDP in 2008. You do same for industry. So over the total at market price times asterisk 100. Enter. So it also has 40.4228%. You do same for, you go for equal to sign, you select services sector slash or over the total GDP at market price times, which is asterisk 100%, then enter. So it gives us 48.65%. That is the share of services sector. You can see that services sector has the highest value. To fill in for the rest of the years, you highlight and copy, then you just paste it here for the rest of the years that you are filling it in. So the same way, paste. Wow, looks like magic. You've done everything. So this question 3 that we are done with is so simple and so easy. Question 4 says that we are to comment on a dominant subsector. So the dominant subsector is just to know which of the subsectors in a dominant. The question says dominant subsectors in agriculture, dominant subsectors in industry. So you go for all the agricultural variables and you look for the one which has the highest value. So when you take 2008 at crops, you had 6435 for crops, and then 606 for livestock, also 8875 for fishing is 762, forestry and logging 1072. So you can see that crops, which is 6435, has the highest value. Therefore, that is the dominant subsector in agricultural GDP in 2008. We do same for 2009. So you would see the one which is really having highest value. I think agriculture crops had the highest value throughout crops. So let me tap on number 5 here. So you see that this, when you round through, you can see that crops has the highest value. Therefore, that is a dominating subsector throughout the years. You go for another sector also, which is industry, manufacturing. I think that is the highest. So you select when you go for construction, 2008 you had 25, which is 2,500 million. Manufacturing 2,277 million. Okay, so then it means electricity has 155 million. So construction 2,500 has the highest value. So you just do so, has the highest value. Then you go for the next year to see which one is dominating. It's just like that. So this one is more of speculation and then commenting than calculations. So we move on to question 5 and question 6, which says that actually you will not see all these highlights in your Excel data that you have downloaded. I did it so that the video will be simpler and then shorter. So I put this one here too. I placed them, I wrote them here, so you can do same for yourself. Okay, so the question 5 says that we are to calculate for growth rate in 2008-2009, growth rate 2009 to 2010, growth rate 2010-2011, 2011 to 2012. So growth rate in agriculture GDP, growth rate industrial GDP. This is to help us know whether that sector is doing well as the years go by. So from 2008-2009, was there an increase in the growth rate? 2009-2010, was there an increase? So you see all the growth rates for it to help you to know whether that sector is doing well or is going down. To do that, in finding growth rates, you use the current year over the time minus, you use the current year minus the previous year all over the previous year. So with 2008, it's going to be 2009 value minus 2008 value all over 2008 value times 100. That will give us that means to be in percentages. Times 100, we'll put it into percentages. So agricultural GDP, as you know, Excel, we go for our equal to sign always. Then you tap on the 2008 agricultural GDP. So agricultural GDP for 2009 rather, sorry. You tap 2009 minus, as you can see, minus 2008. Okay, so we need to put it in. Tap the FX to put it for your bracket for it to hide, for you to put it in your bracket. Okay, so get this cursor and put it there. Bring your bracket so that you can put the slash there. Then you tap the 2008 again. You can put times 100. Yes, so you have 27.797% for the growth rate in 2008-2009. You do same for industrial GDP. You go for equal to sum, open bracket, then you tap 2000 industrial 2008 minus 2008 value. You close your bracket, slash, which is over 2008 value, again times, which is asterisk 100%. You use your enter key, then you have a 15.73%. You do same for the services GDP growth rate. So all this is 2008 to 2009. Equal to sign, we need sum, open bracket, then you go for 2009 services value minus 2008, you close bracket, slash, which is over 2008 value again, times, which is asterisk 100, then enter. So you've gotten it. 25.91% for services GDP. Now to fill in throughout, you just highlight it, you copy it, and then you highlight where you want to fill it as well, up to here. This is it. So paste. Wow, so nice. Because I didn't use the enter key, that is why this is going wrong. Just type anywhere as if you are typing something, it will just go off. So that is it for question 5. Okay, so question 6 and question 7, I'll come your way. Question 6 and 7, the same procedure. So you can see that the previous ones, like what I've tapped now, I used sum bracket 2009 value minus 2008 value all over the 2008 value times 100. You can ignore the sum and put equal to. Okay, so let's get our edit. Let's put in our equal to sign. The first ones I put sum and then brackets. You can ignore the sum and put just the bracket. You select this is GDP at market price we are doing, so we select GDP. This is growth rate of GDP at market price, so you select GDP 2009 value minus 2008, you close your bracket, slash 2008 value again, times 100, enter. So that is it here. But when you use the sum also, you have the same value, you have the same thing. So let's do for factor cost equal to the same procedure, equal to, you open brackets, you go for GDP for minus 2008 value, you close slash 2008 again times 100. Enter. So that is it. Growth rate for GDP at market price and at factor cost, which is question 6. To fill in, you just copy, then you highlight where you want to fill in with, just this. Okay, then you paste. So that is it. Okay, so these are growth rates in the years 2008, 2009, 2009, 2010, 2010, 2011, 2011, 2012. So to analyze, so as you can see, when you take GDP for agriculture, the growth rate, the 2008 you had 27.797%. 2009, 2010 you had 13.82. You can see a decline. 2010, 2011, 9.6, a decline. 2011 to 2012, 8.7, a decline. So you can see that agricultural GDP is going down, down, down. When you select industrial GDP also, you have 15.73 for 2008, 2009, 22.42 for 2009, 2010. You can see an increase. Then it's really shot up to 72.10% from 2010 to 2011. You can see a huge increase. So that is how your analysis will be. Okay, so for question 7, where we are going to graph, you select the variables that you are going to graph with. Okay, so we select from the GDP to, we are doing it up to market price. Then you extend it to all the growth rates that we are going to. So we are plotting the growth rate. So as you've selected this, you tap in this arrow up here, home, then you select insert. You're going to see a lot of things here. You select chart, you go for line graph, then you select the best one that you like. I prefer this. Okay, so I tap it, then it draws for me. So this is it. So you can see it has given you the key, agri GDP being the blue one, industrial GDP. So the x-axis is for the names, then the y-axis is for the percentages. Wow, so nice. So this is it for this work. Now I'll come your way with the next tutorial on how to export all this to Word document, because that's what you give to your lecturer, not the Excel work you've done here. So you're going to export each and every one of them, copy paste in Word document and analyze it nicely for your lecturer. Okay, so this is the question. So you don't need to worry at all if you don't have any gadget and it's only your phone you have. You can use it to do all the works that we'll do. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel in order to get more updates from us, and then also to share for your friends.